Hey peeps. Alright, so we're gonna be getting this part off. I did get a new mic. I'm flexing. I'm better than all of you. But we're gonna be getting into this what if that was suggested by Nightwing, because that boy he's on both my channels. He's on my Dragon Ball Z, Boston Cave Dragon Ball Z what if, and he's also on this channel right here. So I had to give your boy some love. So anyways, basically, what if Deku was trained by Batman? Right? And this isn't gonna be your typical like, oh, he was quirkless and then he got like, Batman came to help him out. Nah. I got a perfect way of doing this, right? So basically, spoilers ahead. In the manga, right now, Deku is fighting Shigaraki for the second time, right? And we're gonna say, and this is actually perfect because of like where it's set up in the manga. We're gonna say that like he's fighting Shigaraki and something happens and he end up like dying, but it happened very quickly. Or we'll just say he overused all his one for all quirks. And what ended up happening was he was like, huh. And then yeah, he pretty much got skewered, killed, died, or whatever the case may be. Then everything's black, and ooga booga, you see Deku in a corner, and someone's trying to mug him, and he's like, wait, what? I don't know what's going on. I was just fighting Shigaraki. And what ended up happening is he's like, all right, bet. One and for all. Shoots. Wait a minute. He looks down at his buddy. He's like, wait, what am I doing? Why am I for? Right? So what ended up happening is he's somewhere else and he's 4 years old. And he also doesn't have one for all. So yeah, he immediately starts thinking panic-like, but not as much because, the Deku that I'm referring to isn't like the crybaby Deku that everyone knows in the anime. We call this Deku Big Boy Deku, or Big Supreme Deku, anti-cinnamon roll Deku. You get the point. So anyways, he's like, all right, bro, fuck this, bro. I can beat this nigga. I know how to fight. He is 4, and this dude's a grown-ass man, and he's like, give me all your money, kid. Don't ask me why he was mugging a kid, but we'll just say it was somebody behind him, but he didn't know all that, and just kind of like literally just puts on some T4 star instant animation. He just pulls up and he's looking at this dude like, fuck it, I'm a hero. And so the dude goes for like a really weird stab, bro. Deku parries, does like a little judo grab, kind of like how he did to Bakugo. Flicks, jumps off like the wall that's next to him because they're in an alley. Jumps off the wall, and then like jumps up and like just knees the dude with everything he got. And then like the dude's like, that's not gonna hurt, but he's aiming for his chin. So Deku cocks his handbag, and even though he can't do a smash no more or literally any of the abilities, he's like, fuck it, bro. He's crying, bro. He's like, fuck it, bro. What is it? Foe? No, pseudo smash! And just like hits him with literally everything he got. What Deku did know is he retained some of his strength. He doesn't have one for all, but his physicality is a good little bit more than what it should be for a kid his age, right? So he punches the mugger in the face. And after punching him in the face, he just sees a shadow walk up to him. You're pretty good, kid. And he's like, what is a kid like you got? What is a kid like you having moves like that? That makes no sense. And then Deku looks at him as like everyone else is like, oh, it's Batman, we gotta get out of here. Like basically even the people Deku saved, he didn't even know they were behind him. And Deku's like, who are you? He's like, I'm Batman. He's like, oh, wait, are you a superhero? And he's like, you could say something like that. Ah, perfect, thank you. Look, he starts panicking a little bit, and he's like, wait, I wonder what your quirk is. Seems like you might have shadow manipulation, and he starts going on a little rant, and Batman's like, slow down, kid. How about we go somewhere else? And he's like, all right, bet. So basically they're on top of a roof, rooftop, and Deku actually kind of has like a little flashback to like how him and All Might was on that roof that one time. And he's like, so where's your parents? He's like, look, dog, I got a story, and I don't think you would want to believe me. He's like, try me, kid. So what ended up happening is Deku explains everything that we know about the series thus so. And we would have like a pan flashback where it's like it just flashes back to like the end of the conversation. And then Batman are saying different comments like, so there literally was a guy that always screams, I am here. He's like, yeah, he was the #1 hero. He's like, yeah, people worship him. What about that one dude you said that could erase these quirks? What about him? Or what about that other dude, Endeavor? He might have not been the nicest guy, but from the sounds of it, it looked like he took care of business and got stuff done. So everybody worshipped a big, muscular, blonde, blue eyes individual. This isn't a race thing, because I know somebody's gonna try to say I'm getting to my point. And all he really did was just punch people really hard, and people worship him, right? Yeah, pretty much. Well, it seems like your world and my world aren't too different in that regard. And then you just see Superman flying through. What are you trying to say, Bruce? And he's like, what are you trying to say, Bruce? Batman would kind of look at him like, hey, this kid's right here, but then like, he'd be like, well, you from another world, so it really don't matter for real. So anyways, what ended up happening, right, is he'd be like, what you trying to say, man? You got a problem with somebody wearing blue and red? He's like, no, not at all, Clark. And then they're just like laughing. And then Batman would be like, oh, how are you, little guy? And Batman would briefly give him a summary, and then they would all basically go to like the Batcave. And he was like, whoa. And you gotta remember, it's Kid Deku's voice, but this Deku's a good little bit older because we're in the manga point of the series, right? So he's like, whoa, mister. Even though he probably wouldn't say mister, probably just say Batman. The Batcave is cool. Oh, wow. You got all these technologies and da-da-da-da. He starts going on and on about it. He's like, so wait, let me get this straight. This is Batman saying this. Let me get this straight. You have such an analytical mind. You're able to assess Batman's abilities. You're able to come up with possible theories and possible ways of taking him down and do everything of such magnitude, and yet you needed a quirk? He's like, yeah, and he talks about how he was bullied and stuff for not having a quirk, and you know how his life was this and that. He's like, Batman's like, that's stupid. He's like, wait, what? That's stupid. No. That doesn't make sense, because if you're able to analyze and do all this stuff, and judging from the rules and logic that you told me, what was that dude named the hero killer? From what you told me, his quirk didn't help him have any physical strengths. It didn't help him have any agility boost, and yet he was able to take on another person, native hero. He was able to take on a dude that had engines for quirk. Even though these dudes are rookies, a dude that has pyrokinesis and chronokinesis, I think that's how you say ice. And also, you would apparently super strength, super agility, and the basic superpowers. And he was able to hold his own against y'all, even if you did surprise attack him. He's like, I don't get what you're saying. Apparently, if all you did was train, you would have been able to be at Stain's level and then prioritize fighting or prioritize martial arts or weaponry. You didn't need a quirk. Judging from what I'm hearing, if you became sufficient with gadgets, was there anyone that was good at making gadgets? What was that one girl you said? Samuhu Hama? I don't know her name for real, but I mean, he probably wouldn't remember, even though he probably would. And he was like, Deku would think about it. He's like, tell me, what did your quirk do for you that you couldn't have done with gadgets? And he's like, well, and Deku would have a revelation like, holy shit. Wait, and then he thinks about it. Well, there was this one time I had to fight a big giant robot to save somebody. Did you have to fight the robot, or did you just have to break the rock that Uraraka was stuck on and pull her out? And then why would you need to fight the robot? If you're able to generate enough force to even topple the robot backwards or use some type of device to make it go backwards, hell, Batman just pulls out a lollipop accent. Oh, god damn it, wrong thing. He pulls out a lightsaber-like thing. He's like, if we're going under this example, and then he like does a little tapping tap. And then he's like, all right, so if we're able to pull up this example, right? From the way you describe the 0 point robot, and Deku would be like, wow, that's actually exactly how it looked up. You are incredible. And so like, he'd be really impressed with this, not like that, but like close enough. And he's like, so literally all you would have to do, and he would have like a mini model of Deku. All you would have to do, judging from this individual, it'd be a picture of Uraraka. All you would have to do is one, pull the rock up, get her, strap her to your back, or activate some type of device of some kind. Then during this point in time, so the 0 point robot doesn't stample or trample on anyone else, all you would need to really do is simple. Cut the robot's legs or cut him in such a way where he can't move. And then he would show an example of that. And then Deku would basically be like Godsmacked, bro. He'll be like, oh. Then he'd be like, well, when I was fighting this one dude named Overhaul, and he's like, well, from what you told me. And he's like, well, from what you told me, this little million guy seems to be able to put up a strong, hearty effort against him, even without any powers or attributes. Plus, if that's the case, why would you not be able to use some type of weapon that disenables his hands? Wait, hold up, before you even continue, do you even have any martial arts knowledge? He was like, well, I developed this shoot style I saw out there. And he's like, well, let me see it. He's like, well, I don't know how good it's gonna be without my body. And then Batman would be on some, like, not bullshit, but like, he would be on some shit and be like, bro, realistically, bro, you can have a body of a fucking midget. Technique is technique. Even if you can't perform it, you can still utilize or show it. This basically what he's trying to say is like you can still show it even if you can't maximize its proficiency. So Deku shows it and he's like, come at me. And so Deku does exactly that. He meek. Batman's like, okay. Hits him with a kick. And then Deku starts to like try to analyze and stuff like that. And then this is where the training arc slowly but for surely begins. Hit break. And then he starts talking to Deku and start breaking this shit down to him, bro. He's like, we're gonna have to get this fixed out, bro. Because you're telling me you were able to fight all these people with a quirk, but not knowing how to fight. Doesn't that make you just as stupid as All Might? And he was like, wait, think about it. If All Might has super strength, and he was literally the god of y'all verse, wouldn't it have made more sense for him to learn martial arts? And Deku's stunned. He's think about all the applications. Muay Thai, Kwantai Do, Jujutsu, Grove Makwa, like all these fighting styles. You're telling me you don't think it would have been beneficial for him to know all this? And if he's so strong, imagine what he could do besides just punching and swinging his arms about. Imagine what a full-powered All Might kick in his prime would look like. And he's like, he's sitting there just having like this revelation, like, how could I have been so stupid? On some like Caleb City type beat, bro. And he's like, bro, no way. He said, speaking of another thing, why did he not get if his lungs were fucked up, why did he try to fix the lungs instead of getting a whole lung transplant? And Deku's like, it hurts, I'm stupid, I'm so stupid. And then, why did you not think you could be a hero quirkless? You literally have all the attributes. You were able to analyze and assess Superman's powers with literal less than minutes of doing that. So hell, all you would really have needed to do was to make a system, literally make some type of computer or some type of module AI that could be with you, that would help you process things faster than you can process while you're also processing it, and just do. And then Deku would just be sitting there, Godsmack, like, damn it. And then, while you're being the best hero you can be quirkless, you got all these other superpowered individuals. You could literally get that one-for-all quirk, pass it on to someone else. Apparently, they might need to be quirkless, but from what I'm hearing, the big fight that happened within a fairly good year. So even if they're not quirkless, if they're a legitimate good hero, it wouldn't even matter. But from what I'm hearing, you could have beat Ben and beat Shigaraki. He's like, wait, what are you talking about? His quirk is decay, right? That's what you said, right? He's like, yeah. All you would have had to do was break his hands. He's like, what? That's so unhero-like. Is it unhero-like? So you tell me, if you have the choice, because it seems like your rules are a little different than our rules here, and I have a more code of not to kill no one, even if I could or would want to. All you would have to do is break off an arm, or, I mean, not break off an arm, but break a finger, cut the finger off, do any of these types of things, and boom, he can't use his quirk now. And you do that to the other hand too. He can't use his quirk now. You spent all that time backpedaling. You could have literally been training your physique, your mental capabilities, and all this. So this whole time, Batman is berating. Wonder Woman comes in and she's like, what's going on? Bruce is talking to someone that came from another planet that doesn't have superpowers, but they're known as quirks. And it's like, apparently this dude was in a war, he died, he transported here, he doesn't know why he's dead. Also, apparently he's X amount of years old, but he's currently in his 4-year-old body. It's like, huh, an average Tuesday for us, basically. So what is he doing now? He's basically telling him why he's so stupid. So an average Tuesday for us. Yep, pretty much. Cool. Well, all right. That's where we're gonna end part 1 of What If Deku Was Trained by Batman. Thank you, Nightwing, for supporting me. I appreciate it, my bro. Watch the ads, like the videos, do all that shit. And I'm probably going to do a part 2 while I'm making videos. And if y'all got any suggestions, or if y'all would like to comment down, tell me which part's your favorite part, blah, 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 fuck with your boy.